Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzWeaver channel. And in our top stories today, from CNN Business, Kanye West to acquire conservative social media platform Parler. Now, of course, we have talked about Parler for quite some time, and I am a member on Parler, so you guys, of course, can always find my social media contacts below these videos in the description section. And when it first became controversial, of course, from CNBC, Amazon drops Parler from its web hosting service, citing this particular sort of activity. Of course, any individual, any activist, as we already know what they do in person. So if they're willing to do what they do in person, then obviously joining Parler to be disruptive isn't going to be a major issue, which is probably why the president, former president Donald Trump, is rolling out his Truth Social so slowly, because he wants to make sure that he can try to tamp down as much as possible the potential for disruption. But it can just simply happen because these activists are always looking for an opportunity. And then shortly after all of that controversy, John Matz was fired from the social media platform, and it really never seemed to recover from that. There was other types of new tech that came out that were using Parler as a, say, for example, they were creating Parler groups, because they were also disappointed by some of the moves that were made there, because John and the other CEOs or other groups of individuals that started the platform were in dispute. But nonetheless, if you do want to try to follow me on Parler, I do have the links below this video. So let's go ahead and read from CNN Business. Kanye West is acquiring Parler, the alternative social media platform favored by many conservatives. Well, that's debatable. I mean, there are quite a few people on there, but new tech just doesn't feel the same as it did when it first came out. Parler's parent company announced a deal on Monday morning, saying West had made a groundbreaking move into the free speech media space and will never have to fear being removed from social media again. So here we have a perfect example, ladies and gentlemen, of how in 2016, groups of individuals from that time period, cancel culture, wokeness, and outrage mobs, have completely hijacked our culture, have completely hijacked our language, our definitions, and are in complete and total control right now. And they are just completely emboldened, whether it be Democrats, whether it be activists, whether it be Hollywood, whether it be tech giants. They are all in control right now, and of course in a huge panic, because as of today, October the 17th, Monday, 2022, we are doing early voting here in Georgia. So I anticipate checking it out maybe today or maybe going Wednesday. The acquisition comes after West, who had legally changed his name to Ye, I suppose is his new name now, had his account temporarily locked by Twitter this month over an anti-Semitic tweet. Exact terms of the Parler deal written disclosed, though Exact terms of the Parler deal weren't disclosed, though Parler said it must still enter into a definitive agreement with West and expects to close in the fourth quarter. Parler's parent, Parliament Technologies, would remain involved by providing technical service and cloud support. So Kanye West is taking over a Parler, and I use it daily. Pretty much every time you guys see me do top stories or other posts, I do post them across all of my social media. But in all honesty, it's a lot to have to keep up with. So I know that you guys are probably just content using whatever particular platform you watch me on. Probably many of you watch me on YouTube. Some of you, of course, on DTube, maybe Rumble, Odyssey, these other platforms, BitChute. So I do appreciate everyone's support, and those new tech sites are growing quite well. And I have to admit, I just don't do as much on Parler as far as engaging there on Parler in and of itself, outside of posting and maybe the occasional engagement. But it is going to be interesting to see how it affects Parler overall. Of course, we've always talked about how President Trump should have joined new tech when he had the opportunity, because if he were going to be removed, well, let me put it this way. If the president were on Twitter, with everything that was going on at Twitter at the time while he was still there, had he joined, say, for example, Rumble or other, well, Rumble wasn't available at the time, but say, for example, he had joined some other of the new tech sites, like Gab, for example, then the media would be forced to have to follow him on those platforms. I think Gab was the most readily available, and then Minds was also. So had the president gone to those two sites, then the media would have to follow him there. And then he wouldn't have had as major of an issue, perhaps, having been removed from Twitter, because people would have known to go to Gab or Minds to be able to follow the president, as it were. But nonetheless, that's what I have for you guys today. Thank you for your continued support. And, of course, appearing there on the screen, that would be the channel icon for YouTube. You click on that to subscribe, of course, and select notifications if you want to know when there's content here on the channel. And I will see you guys in the next video.